Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today is going to be a bit of a different video from myself today, because I normally post up content of the Mazda RX-7 FD, car shows or motocross stuff, to be honest. But what I want to do is bring something a bit different to this channel to try and keep the content mixed up a bit. So what I've been doing recently is searching online for used cars for sale in my local area, because what I want to do is buy a used car that needs a little bit of work doing to it but can turn over a bit of a profit. I just like doing little jobs like this. I've done it in the past and had quite good luck with selling cars, because I like to put a lot of effort in getting them looking tip-top condition. So I've come across this 1.6 Mini Cooper online. Now, before I purchased the Mini, I did do some research on the DVLA websites for the MOT history and the general information about the cars, and ran one of the full checks through. Everything was all good and all clear, so I was pretty happy with that. Now, there was one thing I did notice with this Mini, is it's not done very many miles over the last sort of 3 years. So that was another message I had to ping to the guy to ask the reasons why, and to be fair, he had a genuine reason and backed that up. It all sounded pretty genuine, so based on that I was quite happy to view the car at that point. What I did then was I arranged the viewing on this Mini, and basically I did question him about the service on the car. It was one of the first things I had to ask the guy, because there wasn't much information on the advert. And it turns out that there was a £280 bill that was paid just before the MOT on a full service on this Mini, which was nice to see, where it was, everything like that. So it was all proof that it was done, and I checked all the levels, etc. myself, and it all looks pretty fresh. So that's a really good thing. What I did then was I needed to carry out a full inspection out on the Mini whilst I was there, which I did. I brought a torch along, etc. Checked all in the arches underneath the car for leaks. And then he said, to be fair, do you want to take the car out on your own to make sure you're happy with it? So he was a very genuine, nice guy, because a lot of people won't do that. They want to get in the car to make sure you don't obviously drive off anywhere. But he was happy enough to let me get on with what I needed to do. So that was good. Now I'm going to move on to what I found in the inspection, because there was a couple of things I found which I used to knock the price down, which is what you want to find in a way, as long as you know you can fix it cheap. So we'll go over that now. Right, okay, so one of the first things I found on this Mini was a slight little scuff on this bumper here. So if I come down, this doesn't look too bad. I think with a DA polish, I think most of this will come out and it will be less obvious. This bit, however, I think does need sanding back and probably a bit of touching up. But I'll see what I can do first. I might surprise myself when I start doing the DA polishing. It does do wonders sometimes. If I just move the camera up here slightly. Now, this headlight is pretty hazy. I don't know if you can see that from this angle. You can hear it as well. That needs a bit of attention, which I can do. I've got a headlight restore kit. But if you look at the other headlight, it looks like that's been replaced brand new. So at least I haven't got to worry about this one. It's just a case of working on the other one that needs a bit of attention. Everything else on the front of the car looks pretty damn good. The alloys are pretty good, to be fair. I think one of them could do with a refurb. Yeah, this one here, actually, if I get up close, it's got a bit of bubbling on the alloys, which is no surprise being a 2008. But overall, if I stand back, it's not bad at all. It looks pretty good. The other bit of damage I found was on the rear bumper, which is pretty common. And that's this little bit just here. I might be able to repair this. If not, I'll just do my best, and I'll just have to be honest in the advert with the next owner. If I can't repair this, I probably won't be able to get it fully repaired, so I'll just have to be honest that there is a bit of damage on the rear bumper, and that will probably have a bit of a knock-on effect on my price. But again, it's not really bad. It's just the usual sort of things to expect on a 2008 car, to be honest. And the only other thing I could find was this rear tyre looks a bit low on the back. So that will probably need to be changed. I don't really like changing one tyre, so I'll probably change both. It is legal, it's past MOT, etc. So it's not like it majorly needs doing. And just little niggly things like these wiper blades up here I found. They're quite rusty, as you can see, both of them. So I'll get these ordered. I'll get a full kit, front and the rear, and I might even take these wiper arms off and give those a lick of paint in satin black so it looks nice and new. Now I'm going to order those parts, and then what I'm going to do is drive this car for another week to make sure nothing else happens to this car, because sometimes you buy a car and things could be hidden or something else might go wrong that you need to replace. This is the biggest risk of buying and selling when you do cars like this, because you always need to know, you know, is this going to last? Is it a good car? So I've added this on my current insurance policy, and it was only 18 quid, £11 a month tax, so it's no big deal, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, this is a very, very clean 2008 Mini. I'm pretty impressed with it. It's got plenty of features inside as well. The interior looks really smart, and it's got that like typical BMW quality, so everything's pretty damn sturdy inside. But yeah, 3 cup holders, 6-speed gearbox, plenty of features down there, your electric windows, fog lights, etc. Don't think you can get done for speeding. I mean, if you can't keep an eye on that speedo, you've got something wrong with you. That's an absolute massive speedo in the middle there, as you can see. You've got a Rev Counter over there, as you can see, just above the steering wheel. And then if you go at the top, you have other features for lights, etc. 2 sun visors on the side there, as you can see, which is pretty good. And yeah, just your general cloth half leather interior, which is pretty nice. It's very comfortable, I must admit, and it does handle like a go-kart. I really do quite like this car, to be honest. It's not something I thought I was going to find myself saying, but it is a really nice car. Just show you the door cards quick as well. So as you can see, it's got gloss black with all the beige half leather trim, and yeah, just looks really, really smart, I think. Now I think that's pretty much it for the details of this Mini. I am pretty happy with how far I've got so far in this video, regards to finding the used car online, which I wanted to do, that needed a little bit of work doing, and all the history, etc. is all there. So in my favour, this ticks all boxes. It's fully serviced. I haven't really got to spend any money on servicing it as well. Just general wear and tear stuff. I even managed to get the guy down £600 from the asking price, which wasn't easy, but I did manage to drive away somehow with £600 knocked off the asking price, which I was really, really happy with. What I'm going to do now is get these parts that I do need ordered. We'll get those fitted, and then once I've got all those parts fitted, I'm going to do a full detailing service on this car, and that means all the paintwork's going to be highly polished with a machine. All the interior is going to be done with all the top range of, you know, with all the latest products. I've got everything for black paintwork, because if you guys watch all my previous videos on the Mazda RX-7 FD that I own, that's in a PZ black, and it's a very glossy paintwork. So I've got all the products for black paintwork, which works in my favour in this situation, because this Mini's in black. So yeah, let's go and get these parts done, and then we'll crack straight on with this video and get all this thing polished up. And by the end, it's going to look absolutely mint. Okay, so I've been driving this Mini now for roughly just over 2 weeks, and I have had one more fault come up, unfortunately, and that's the engine management light that's popped on, just as you can see over here, the little light. Luckily, one of the guys down the unit has a OBD reader, which you plug into the car, and it gives you a number of faults, and what it's reading is a camshaft sensor error. I'm going to go to Euro Car Parts now to go and collect it, and then I'm going to head back down the unit and start fitting all the other stuff along with this sensor. Right, okay, so that is the Mini now completed. As you guys can see behind me, the results have come out extremely well. I'm really happy with how it's come out. However, I have come across a bit of a situation because my girlfriend's daughter has begged to buy this Mini off of me because she's learning to drive, and yeah, it's the perfect little first car for her. So what I've done is told her to do some insurance quotes because it is a 1.6 at the end of the day and it can be quite expensive for young drivers, and she can afford to do it, so she's going to go ahead with buying this car off of me. So that's kind of ruined my intentions of this video because I made this to share with you guys the profit I was going to be making off of this online. But yeah, I'm going to be making literally a couple of £100 if that, if I'm lucky, with all the new parts I've just spent on it as well. But I'm quite glad she's going to be having it. She's got a good solid first car and I'm quite glad it's going to be sticking around. So what I'm going to do now is continue looking on the market for something similar. If you guys got any suggestions what you would like me to try and find and buy, I will keep an eye out and try and find one. But until then, thank you guys for watching as always, and I will catch you guys in the next one.